Hark, O visitor, and welcome to this dark episode of Homescreen. Tonight, you travel through dark and dreary images as we delve into the depths of my abyss. Prepare thyself, and let's begin.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as if some one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my book's surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That is it, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is, I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door, darkness there, and nothing more."
Wow, what's up, guys? We're back. Lee, what are we doing today?
Today we are building a house in The Sims 4, and each room is a different TV10 show. So we've got our little shell of a house here. It's not too big, it's a little guy. We're building in Willow Creek. We'll jump right in here to our randomized wheel. We've got one for all of the different rooms and then one for the TV10 show that's going to be themed on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really close. That's really close.
It's
the bedroom. Okay, cool.
And let's see what show. Please be Homescreen.
You want a home screen
I
themed
need
bedroom?
this win.
Well, I don't think it's going to make it that far.
Real talk.
Interesting. Real talk. All right, so
real talk bedroom. Well,
Yeah.
that's easy. Theme it around movies. Now, I don't know what's in The Sims at all. To be very clear, I don't play The Sims, so I need to trust Lee's ability to know what's going on. Now, let's think. Bedroom. I think not the most important. The thing we should do first is floors and walls.
that's good. That's how I like to build. I like to start with
Yeah.
floors and walls. Some people do that last, and I can't handle that. So what are Real Talk's colors? They're like orange?
It's like
Black?
from what I remember,
I don't know.
It's like a red and black, and some silver maybe.
I think it's more orange.
I mean, I'm colorblind, so I don't know how much I can say about it.
So I know there's a lot of movie poster objects in here, so maybe if we want to make the walls a little more plain and then
little
fill
more
them with the
plain.
posters.
See, I like that.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe something with
Like
wait,
paneling, kind of
I
like
kind of like it. Or what's this one? You can't
This
see what
one?
I'm pointing to. That one's kind of. I don't know. That kind of.
It's kind of funky.
I think if you conceptualize the kind of curvy as like film reel, I think that works for the silver
Okay.
screen vibes.
Amazing.
So
Let's
we'll
put
move
the
on to floor. Dungeon floor.
Maybe like red, because we don't have red on the walls.
Yeah. Is that not red?
It's what, not red? Oh
this
no,
not red?
that's black. I forgot
Okay.
we just talked about this. No, that's black and this is all gray.
I think that still works. I think red for sure. Let me think. Everything
We
I
could
know
do like
about me
movie
and
theater
Ben-
carpet.
That's so true. I love that idea. Let's do
Put a
movie theater carpet.
Like this kind of a guy. I do like that one.
They
Or that
kinda
one's like
are
slightly
like-
darker.
I do the slightly darker one. I think
Okay.
I'd go for.
I'm just gonna grab a door. We'll just do a plain door so that
Yeah.
all the rooms have the same kind of vibe. We'll just do that
We're not
guy.
going too crazy, guys.
Oh yeah, do you want to pick the windows next? Because those will go over here.
Yeah, because we're probably going to fill up the wall space.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be good to do windows.
And then I
It's
think-
hard to think. Movies are so broad. you
Yeah,
know?
like,
There's
how can a movie
there's
be a
whole
window?
ton of genres of movies.
Okay, maybe if we just do two like that for now. I think I want to put it like a desk there.
And then put a TV on the desk.
That's a good, yeah.
I like that.
We need TV in here.
We also have to think this is not just movies. This is for Mia and Ben.
Okay, so we're including hosts in this. I was going to ask you about that.
You got to think about the vibes of the host.
Vibes
they
of the
bring.
host.
Shabby, downtrodden. Sorry, a lot of people are going to catch strays in this episode. I really think one with a very decorative bed frame.
Okay.
Honestly, to kind of evoke old Hollywood, like that kind of
this
bed
one?
frame.
That
makes me think of Art
school
Deco,
years?
old Hollywood, that kind of style.
So then, that one's like red.
I like the red one.
I do too. So we could maybe get some big fancy like Hollywood looking mirror.
Oh yeah,
Where's the
I like
bow?
that one. I like that one. I'd say.
Comes
for
in. Oh, I like the
Hollywood-esque.
black. But then we could.
Fit it along.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
There we go. It's
There we
perfect.
go.
Don't look closely at it. Don't look too close.
I think that works. Nightstand. Are nightstands very real talk?
I don't know. Those have books
When
in
I think of real
them.
talk, I don't think of nightstands. So I think I'd say accent.
What do you think of when you think of real talk?
Movies.
Fair enough.
Movies.
Fair
I do like the idea of the desk with the TV in that corner.
Yeah, maybe let's look for a desk that's very real talk.
Maybe like an animator's desk. I don't know if they have one.
Ooh, there are. Oh, that's a great idea. How do I find that?
Animator.
Here.
Put it in there.
This is a stage effects control desk.
I like that.
I kind of like that. That wasn't the one I was looking for, but I do like that. And then we stick another TV up there.
Ooh yeah, I like that.
That's the wrong.
A nice big flat screen.
Yeah, that fits. Just barely, but it fits. Posters? I feel we
Yeah.
need something next to the bed. We could do like a lamp and a side table. I think we
A
need
lamp
the side
in the shape
table.
of a camera.
We can do a big
Pretend,
big camera
Pretend
lamp
it's a lamp.
Well, no. Watch this. We can make it a lamp. You want to see something cool, Addison? What we're gonna do is go to the lamp tab, find a lamp we like,
Ghost.
and just shove it in there.
Would this scare you if you woke up, guys? Just a camera lamp right next to you?
I kind of like that one. I feel like the lampshade makes it look really goofy. Let me place this a little better so it looks like it's just coming out of. They're like coming out of the same thing.
Yeah, it's just really supportive, guys.
I think that looks pretty good. I mean, as good as a camera shoved in a lamp
I
can
support
look.
it.
All right, that's a beautiful camera lamp we just created. Let's start on the movie posters.
I concur wholeheartedly. And I was thinking, just go hog wild. Maybe one of these guys can be Squid.
Oh, we almost forgot Squid. Okay, Squid's gotta go.
Squid's gotta be.
on like the little.
Now, which
little
one of these guys looks most like Squid? I'd say the middle one.
I think so too. What is it? Oh, it's a giant. We can still do it. We can still do it. So we could put this on the nightstand.
I think put it next to the bed. I think is funnier.
Yeah, we could put it like right there, and then I'll place it closer to the wall. What else is real talk about?
Movies.
Movies.
Star
Yeah,
Wars.
they did just do a Star Wars one. I don't know why I'm.
They've done a billion Star Wars ones, right?
Addison, there's a Star Wars pack in The Sims.
Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Little.
Ooh, oh yeah. Oh, that's cute. Okay. This
Wow.
room's looking pretty good.
I think it looks great, and I think if we do any more, we're gonna ruin it.
Saving. Shall we spin our next one? What did
Yeah,
we do? I
yeah.
don't remember what we did first.
The what's it called? Room. Spin it.
All right.
What are we doing next?
All right, we got the kitchen.
Kitchen.
All right, and then what show we got going here?
Handful.
You know, Handful's actually a pretty good one, I think. Okay.
Okay.
So this corner here is our kitchen corner. What did we do first
Oh,
last
this is
time?
my one.
Walls. So the Handful colors I have ingrained in my brain.
I think the floor should be whatever, like dirty floors, dirty and stinky floors.
Hey,
it's
Handful
not a
is a
bad
good
thing.
show.
I'm just saying sometimes it gets dirty on Handful. Maybe the polka dot one.
That's a good, yeah, because Handful is chaos. I was trying to pull out, those are like the Handful colors. We've got this kind of yellowy orange one. We've got this blue and yellow one. I feel like those could be good. And then there's another yellowy one.
I think we do each wall a different color.
I agree. I'm glad we're on the same page about this.
Dirty, sticky.
This is carpet. Let me take the grid off. That's carpet. Okay, I'm not putting carpet in the Handful kitchen. The Handful kitchen is nicer than that.
That's
Addison.
Carpet. With a carpet floor. I think it's rock and stone.
Rock and stone? Why?
Uh,
You want a gravel kitchen floor?
I feel like David would eat gravel. So maybe.
Oh, okay, fine. We'll do gravel. What do we think about when we think of handful? There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of different things. So I think we just try to do a lot of different things.
That's so true.
Yeah, I think we do different color cabinets. Like we use these 3 primary colors again. Maybe we do these ones from Cottage Living, because then I think they'll have this. Because then they'll have the same top. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Because we do want it to feel like one cohesive room.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one. I'm pulling my I was the handful
I
host
was a
card. We're
handful.
using that fridge.
Wow.
And then we'll put a stove over here. We
Can
actually
we specify that the stove only works half the time?
Sure.
I think you should add another stove.
2 stoves?
You should add a stove. There's like a stove top you can add.
Oh, should we put it like right next to the other one?
Yeah.
I think it's funny if they're just next to each other.
Yeah, I concur.
I like how I feel like handful can be very disjointed, and I like how disjointed this kitchen is. I don't even know what we put. Like the wallpaper is doing so much.
Yeah. I think it's time to put stuff on the floor.
Man, like what?
I don't know, like garbage.
No.
Like garbage and spills and stains.
I think let's pause the kitchen here and move on, because I'm not exactly sure where the dining room is going to line up, and we might need to move the kitchen
Wait.
up.
Let's move on to our next room.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Come
If it's like the
on.
dining room or the living room, that would help. I feel like living room is ideal right now. Oh, good. This is helpful.
Living.
Just for the purpose of planning out the house. What do we got? What do
Come
we
on.
got?
Come on.
Okay,
Oh, Sounds of
good.
the
That'll be
Valley.
good.
Music.
Yeah.
We can't have any TVs, is what I'm gonna say, because that's a visual thing.
Yes, I'd agree with that. No TVs. We can do the whole outside kind of as TV tent. We can
Yes.
do it like that. So if we go into here,
Living room.
well, let's start with floor.
Now, when I think of floor for sounds, what do I think of, huh?
Like it's like performance, like a stage almost.
I think, yeah, so maybe like a
music.
hardwood.
And the sounds colors are like a green and orange and like a reddish pink. I feel like that's closer.
I think, yeah, having a little more of the designy boards.
It makes it
I
look kind
think
of fancy, because I think
works.
Sounds is one of our shows that is kind of fancy.
Yeah, that we actually care about.
And it's going to be right next to the handful
We
kitchen. We could make a little mini stage
Oh,
in this little corner and do
I
a raised,
like it.
do a little raised
I
platform.
like it. Wow.
And we could extend it too if we wanted it to be 3. I'm just thinking about our dining room that's supposed to be
Exactly.
right. Or maybe we do a little circle table right there and we just make that little. Maybe we do that, and because we could move this over one.
Yeah.
Let's do that actually, make the dining room right there. So then if we move into the walls,
What walls do sounds have? Maybe very stately. I kind of like the wood.
like this one,
Yeah. For some reason, I'm drawn to that.
because we can line this with like instruments and stuff. Oh, we should get big curtains, like stage curtains on that wall.
Oh.
It does take away from our walls. However, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Please, you had to put the organ on there. I need the organ to be on there.
We can put, okay, but that's not sounds. I would say a keyboard is more sounds. There's a bunch of guitars that I might line up, because we do get a lot of guitarists on sounds. I feel like that's probably the main instrument. So if we make a nice little line of those. Okay, and then let's get a mic.
Add a lamp to it.
A lamp to it. We need seating then. We got distracted with the instruments.
Yeah. I think some stools, honestly.
Okay, that's
That
pretty
kinda-
good.
that evokes the idea of me of like going to a bar and seeing music.
Yeah,
So it's
maybe that one. I feel like I like the hexagons on it.
I
Feel
do like
very sounds
hexagons.
to me.
feels very musical for some reason to me. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Um,
This is supposed to be a living room.
it is the living room. There's place to sit. You can
Yeah.
watch stuff.
Those are kind of jazz to me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. We definitely get some jazz
I
on
like
this show.
jazz.
Because maybe we do a green and an orange, because I think those
Oh,
are the main
yeah.
colors in the Sounds
yeah.
logo. I feel like Evan would probably approve.
Wow.
Maybe.
Yeah, Evan.
Guess we'll find
Well,
out. Leave it in
Evan,
the comments.
Evan,
Let us
leave
know.
the comment below.
Wait, there's stage lights. There's big stage
Oh my
lights.
God.
Okay.
I like it there, honestly. I think it works.
Oops, I Okay, so we got the sounds living room. Got some fancy lights, lots of instruments lined up. I feel like it turned out good. What's next?
If Homescreen gets the dining room, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Well, it's about to be the moment of truth.
Come on, please, not Homescreen. Please, not Homescreen. Please. Oh, thank God. It's just B&N.
Okay, so for this dining room, hall room, entryway area, we got B&N.
It's themed around news.
It is.
You know what could be interesting is one part of the wall, like where the table actually is, like is the newsroom, and then you have like a more industrial, like backstage.
So if we do the dining spot right here as the newsroom, and then the rest is like the backstage.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a great idea. Let's go with that then. And then for the walls, I feel like they kind of give off the vibes of like a set. And we could even put columns on it too if we wanted. Can I propose something? Can we extend it to this tile?
Yeah, it needs to be chaotic. We're not trying to build a home. We're trying to build a house.
That one. There we go. And then if we get some nice chairs. It looks so stupid.
The idea of eating your meals like that, not across from each other, but side by side, is crazy. I honestly love it though.
So I'm thinking, so we need to put something up behind them. We could do some sort of like sign. We could just put this big in the middle of them.
I like it.
It looks cool.
And look, it does look like a news thing
It does
as
look
well.
like a news.
Now, whose chairs is whose? What do you have to say right now? Whose is
Oh gosh.
Who is who?
I want to say this is Sam over here and this is Marissa.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
exactly.
cool. Glad we're on the same page. Okay, so then we wanted to go for like industrial vibes
industrial.
over here.
Now, we had to fill up a little bit of that space.
Yeah, so I think stuff on the walls and then maybe something right here. We could do some sort of chair or desk or...
For some reason, I'm thinking a globe.
A globe?
I feel like a lot of news has
Oh,
like...
that's a good point. There's a globe bar, I know. There's this guy.
Yes. Wait, how are we getting to the bonus room?
Oh, that's a great point, Addison.
You had to go through the bedroom.
There's no door in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
There's just no door. Okay, that's what I get for not putting in the doors right away.
Yeah.
Maybe we just put like a hanging plant or a light in the corner right there and call it good.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry,
hanging
BNN.
hanging plant. There's just no way.
Maybe try doing bits. Maybe try reporting some fake news sometimes. I don't know. Not actual advice. TV10 does not endorse Addison Dayton's views or opinions.
TV10 does not endorse Addison Dayton's views or opinions. I cannot restate that enough.
I like that one. I think
like
we
that
do that
too.
one and call it a day.
I think so too. Alrighty.
All right. 1, 2 more.
Got the
Come
bathroom,
on.
the bonus. It's interesting that the bonus room has been almost. Is it saved for last or not quite? Oh my, it's really close again. Nope.
No.
So the bonus room has been
is
saved for last, which is kind of nice.
Now let's see. Game show and home screen. Now I have a preference, and it's that game show goes in the toilet. But we'll see. Oh.
Game show.
That's
Okay.
too bad, game show. You almost had it. You were
my
almost the
gosh.
bonus room.
Could you stop it? All right.
Floors and walls. Game show makes me think of glitz, glam. Not
Yeah.
necessarily Art Deco. Makes me think of 70s for some reason.
Interesting. I don't really know what their colors are because they've changed so much over the course of the past decade. So I don't think there's a specific color scheme we can
Yeah.
necessarily go for. I will say right now, Avon Somerset's logo has like this,
Oh, yeah.
which we did use in the Real Talk room, but I'm not opposed to using it
Yeah,
again
but-
because this is like literally what their logo looks like. It's like made of that.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Somerset made it. It's awesome.
Yeah. That's
so
also a really funny
bathroom mirror.
Yeah.
I think maybe we put the sink right here next to it. See, the bathroom was going to be hard for no matter what we got because it's like none of our shows are sink themed.
Crazy, I know.
What about like this one? This one's kind of got a smooth, like,
It does
kind of
evoke
fun.
like
And
the
I like
game.
the green.
It makes me think of like the 70s. A lot of the logos are very kind of curvy like that.
Yeah.
I feel like for game shows, so I think it definitely works. for the kind of theming we're
I
going
do
for.
enjoy that one. And then the question is what we want to put above the sink, because usually you put mirrors above the sink. We could just do 2 mirrors, unless you have another idea for what to put above the sink.
If I wish they had like a game show poster.
Oh, like that. That looks like it could be a game show sign.
Yeah.
That actually looks a lot like it could be a game show sign.
In fact, that is a game show sign. I like it. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do walls and floors.
No.
Sorry, I got distracted by the mirror and then we
Built
just
out
went
of-
for it. Okay,
built
let's go
out
back
of-
to walls and floors because our color scheme is kind of
Yeah, I think carpet.
carpet.
Just for the bit.
Oh, well.
No, I don't think. I don't.
Why don't we look at the tiles and see if anything seems game show-esque?
the puzzle pieces?
They kind of seem game show-esque.
It
I'm
does
gonna be
kind of
real.
seem game show.
I'm gonna be real.
I think it can. I think we know.
So what are we thinking for walls? Because I feel like we shouldn't do something too crazy because I think it'll take away from the whole of the room, because game show
Yeah.
is a little bit more cohesive than something like Handful where it's a bunch of different bits thrown together for one episode. Game show is typically where it's one long thing for the whole episode and it's got a theme and it's got a thing,
Yeah.
but it's more cohesive, I feel
consistent.
like. Okay, cool. So there's our first half of the bathroom.
I feel like it's hard to do a themed shower. In
Yeah.
The Sims is what I'm realizing. Yeah.
What about like this one? This has like fun tile to it.
Yeah, it's tile.
Okay, and then let's put something above the, put like a shelf or something above the toilet.
With like a cat photo, cat poster. Hang in there.
We have a lot of shelf options. We could do. I like the kind of chaotic color scheme we're going for because I feel like it suits the nature of
The
the show.
eclectic nature of people on game
Right,
show.
right. So we could do something like that one. We could do like a little house. Oh, I like the house.
I like the house.
I like the house.
I love the house.
Okay, let's do the house, and then we can put something in there.
should we
What
put
about?
in there?
Should we find some sort of game? There's a party games one. That's game show.
That's game show.
I do like that. I think
Wow.
that's good. I feel like this came out pretty good for being a bathroom based on a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Bathrooms are hard.
All right, well, our last one. Do you want me to spin the wheel for it?
No. If you're watching
It's
the
only
show,
fitting that we end on it.
if you're watching the show, like the video and comment home screen is awesome below. Now let's see. I get complete control of this now, huh?
I don't know if I'd say complete.
I get a lot of control over this.
Yes, you do.
Hmm.
I'm still going to go change that handful kitchen floor. So you just wait. I haven't forgotten.
Now,
Weird.
do I want to go? I think
Like
the
full
walls,
gamer?
the walls and floors will be home screen based, and then the room itself, I'm thinking based around the stereotypical gamer. As much as I would love to go crazy, I think carpet is most appropriate because I like carpet. Now,
Okay, so that floor.
I like that
It
floor.
kind of gives me like arcade vibes.
It does. Now, what kind of walls am I thinking? Now, I would love to go for that beautiful gold, but I don't think that fits really home screen's vibe. Maybe it's something arcadey. Now, I know there's one thing I do need in there,
What?
which is a mini fridge with a glass door full of Monster Energy.
We do have a mini fridge. There's this one.
Whatever
and
one
there's
looks the most
this
beat up
one.
and ugly.
Probably this first one, I
Yeah,
would guess.
yeah.
So microwaves slot on top of the mini fridges if you would like a microwave,
A
but you don't
microwave for
have
Hot
to.
Pockets, yes, I concur.
Okay, good
It
talk.
has to be a really bad microwave, though.
If you want to use the bad appliances, feel free.
It has to be.
I have no stake in Homescreen.
This is how gamers are.
So
Like I
swag.
said.
So what else we want? We probably want some sort of video game thing in this
Yeah.
room. Okay, so these are all our computer options. This one, I feel like, I feel like it almost looks like old game console-y.
It does. What's this one though?
This one?
I think that one, because that makes me think of like a streamer.
Fun. So then I think we need, because there's a bunch of like board game things. I feel like we need to just like pile them all somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to put like some sort of like shelf or stand right here to put them on, maybe.
Make it look like it's IKEA as much as possible.
We can do that.
No, a bunch of games there. Put a bunch of games there.
There's a console somewhere. These are 2 gaming consoles.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if we want to put them up here.
Yeah, just put them up there.
Oh, we should put a window. This is the front of the house.
Yeah.
What kind of window do you think we should put, Addison?
Let's see.
I'll give you full window privileges.
Ooh. Yeah.
That looks good.
Magnifique. Oh, now you're getting rid of the gravel floor. I see how it is.
Yeah.
Not as good as gravel, but there's only so much you can do. Well, let's quickly.
All right, let's go outside. All right. Well, I feel like this was pretty successful.
Our beautiful home.
Our beautiful TV 10
We're all
home.
moving in next semester.
Yep.
Every host gets their own room. The room that's for your show is the room you get to sleep in. Well, thanks for joining me and guiding me through The Sims, which I don't know how to use. Go away now. Back to the studio. Get out of here!
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. And the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word Lenore. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word Lenore, merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber churning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a rapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely there is nothing at my window lattice. Let me see then what threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and the mystery explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least absence made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with mine, or lord or lady, perched up above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, with the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Through thy crest be shorn and shaven thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessing with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door with such a name as Nevermore.
All right, I'm going to talk about the world of Alan Wake now. With the recent release of the Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2, we've got some key information about the state of the FBC Sense Control. Today, I'm going to review and talk about the Federal Bureau of Control in a totally hinged way. Let's go. Now, first off, a little review. What is the Federal Bureau of Control? Well, first thing we have to talk about, the oldest house right here. It's a place of power, which is like a metaphysical place of like importance, and what it is it's shifting. If you ever read House of Leaves, it's kind of like that, but less scary. It's like a shifting place. The hallways move around. Sometimes people do get crushed, but this is the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, which is like if the X-Files was a whole bureau in the government. You know, they take care of paranormal stuff. They do kind of fun stuff. Now, a key figure, who's not pictured here, unfortunately, because I only have so much space, but is a beloved figure in my heart, is Ati, the janitor of the Federal Bureau of Control, and also possibly a god. You know how that goes. Sometimes your janitor's a god. He's a nice Finnish man. He sings a lot of songs, and he's just really cool. He's not really important to the I mean, he's important, but he's not really relevant to the wider story. But I wanted to bring him up because he's so darn cool. Now, to kind of go over the history of Control and its whole, like, the thingy-majig, we really had to get the context, the meat of the bones. We had to first talk about the directors of the Federal Bureau of Control historically. The first director who ran the Federal Bureau of Control after it moved away and separated from the U.S. government, which is another thing. The Federal Bureau of Control doesn't actually work for the U.S. government. They work for a mysterious entity called the Board, which is like an inverted black triangle in the astral plane. A lot of words coming at you. There will be a test. Okay, the first director who broke away from the United States government was named Broderick Northmore, okay? Broderick Northmore. He found the service weapon, which is how they choose the directors from now on. You pick up the service weapon, and the board is like, are you good for it? And if you're not good for it, you die. But if you are good for it, you get a cool kind of... It's not really a weapon. It's like the shape of a weapon. It makes sense in the game. Also, key thing to note, the board does not speak in words. They speak in like radio static, but you can understand the radio static through the subtitles. It's this whole thing. You should play Control. Broderick Northmore, not to pull it back to the point. Broderick Northmore, first director. His head of research was a man named Ash Jr. And there's this whole thing between the director and the heads of research. They always have like a dynamic that could potentially turn back. These first did not like each other at all. Now, Northmore was kind of power hungry, so he got his hands on all the kind of mystical items he could and tried to bind them himself. And that worked for a little bit, but then he got too many, and people were like, you're like a thermonuclear like reactor walking around. You cannot be walking around. He's like, I think I should be able to walk around. And they're like, actually, we're going to force you to not walk around. So they stuck him in a sarcophagus, and he's still alive in there, and he powers the Federal Bureau of Control now. But he's just kind of trapped in a sarcophagus in the energy plant. Taking over from him was Mr. Zachariah Trench, who you can't really see. He's one of two people in this painting right here, but we'll get to that painting later. Trench is this guy. He's like almost the opposite of Northmore in a certain way. He's all about kind of control, but not like engaging in that power. He doesn't really bind himself to a lot of those mystical items. Instead, he mainly relies on the service weapon. And his head of research is Dr. Darling, who, fun fact, the actor who plays Dr. Darling is the voice for Alan Wake. So there's connections everywhere. Well, that's a little fun thing. Darling is cool, but he has this whole thing. I'll talk about it a little briefly when we talk about the actual game of Control. But Darling's cool. Trench, how do we say this, got really paranoid, and he was also infected by something that'll come up later called the Hiss. I'll talk about that more when we get into the actual story, but keep in mind, Trench kind of lost it at the end, and that'll be relevant later. Now, to move on to our main characters, well, I mean, one of them is kind of a main character. Our main character, the one we play as, is old Jessie Faden and her brother, Dylan Faden. We don't play as him, we meet him later. Dylan was kidnapped by the FBC when he was a child. That's important to note. No childhood for him, and also she didn't really have a childhood either because she was always on the run. So there's no childhoods for anyone in this house. They did this thing. There's like this whole mystical event where there's multiple dimensions. There was like this crazy, scary thing that was turning people into monkeys. That's not really relevant. But he got kidnapped. She got around. And it's important to know, okay, she got a little extra dimensional buddy with her called Polaris. It's like a resonance-based energy. So it's a sound-based entity. That's important to know. Keep in mind resonance-based things, okay? So kidnap, brother go bye-bye, search for brother but can't find him until the events of the game, where we start off with Jessie entering the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, okay? But horrible things have happened. They've been invaded by an extraterrestrial entity called the Hiss, who is another resonance-based entity. And that infects people, makes them like not like zombies, but it takes over their bodies, and they're kind of walking around. And that's this whole thing. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, but generally Jesse becomes the director because Trench is dead. Fun fact. Fun fact. Fun fact. Somebody died. Jesse becomes director. She got a bunch of powers. She can like throw stuff. This is like gameplay stuff. Story-wise, she finds her brother, and he let the hiss into his mind because he hated the Feral Bureau control. So he's like, come here, hiss, and hiss in my brain. And they did. They did hiss in his brain, and that was bad. There's like this whole stream of things that happen that aren't too relevant. But essentially, the Federal Bureau of Control and the oldest house, all the personnel there, are in lockdown. They can't leave the building. This will be important later. They cannot leave the building because of the hiss. Because if they leave the building, hiss could potentially get out and take over the entire world. Okay, Jesus. There's this whole stream of things. We eventually learn that Trench actually went on exploration into one of these alternate worlds, and that's how the hiss got to him. And then he actually let the hiss into the oldest house because he was getting so paranoid. He's like, everyone's against me. I can't trust Darling or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to let this scary red sound into this world. And like, great idea, Trench. You're so smart. And then he ends up dying because the service weapon is like, you're not good to be director anymore, so you go bye-bye. So eventually, Jesse defeats the hiss. Well, defeats the hiss. She stops them from coming in anymore. And that's kind of where that game ends, is them still in lockdown because there's still hiss running around the oldest house, but there's no more coming in. Dylan goes in a coma, unfortunately. Dylan go coma time. To briefly talk, and I'll talk in this in brief terms because it's not as important as the wider story, but it has some key points of information. The DLCs from Control, the first one was called The Foundation. That one, there's not a whole bunch of relevant information in there aside from the fact that the board is not natural to the oldest house. The oldest house is potentially like Yggdrasil. I cannot pronounce words. Yggdrasil, which is like the tree from Norse mythology. So that's why it's important. That's why the board kind of sunk its claws in it. And it sets up for the story of Control 2 possibly being Jesse against the board. Dun, dun, dun. And then the second DLC was just a teaser for Alan Wake 2. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta throw little teasers in. That will come back later. Now, let's move on to the actual main topic of this. The Lake House DLC featuring our girl, Kieran Estevez, who appears in the base game of Alan Wake 2. She's just kind of an FBC agent. She goes around investigating stuff, FBCing all over the place. And she doesn't play a huge role in the game proper. She provides some equipment, but she gets shot in the leg, and so she can't really do much. But the Lake House DLC, okay, this is important, features her kind of concurrent to the timeline. She investigates a research facility that's run by the Research Department of the Federal Bureau of Control. Quick note, the Research Department of the Federal Bureau of Control could maybe generously be classified as mad scientist, and maybe less generously as evil scientist. So things didn't really go there. They were kidnapping artists and then keeping them and then like making them depressed at that lake house. And that did not turn out well for them because then the artist was like, you know what, actually, I'm about to go crazy mode. And he painted a painting with all his blood and stuff. And then it came alive, and all the people died in there. And then the dark place from Alan Wake base game was like, oh, sick, a place with a bunch of bad stuff. I'm going to make it worse. And then that came in, and everyone was turned evil. That's a whole great story. But the important thing we find out, what am I pointing at? The lake house. The important thing we find out, okay, is that no one has heard from the oldest house headquarters in like all this time, okay? This is important to note. All this time, Control is set in 2019. Alan Wake 2 is set in 2023. In those intervening years, they've still been locked in there. No one has heard anything from them. There's been no information passed from HQ. So the FBC is not in shambles per se, but it's kind of, there's like factions almost emerging, different management teams trying to take the place of HQ. So that kind of clues us into the state that Jessie will be coming into. Not like she didn't have enough problems. She also has to like get together all these crazy people. So that's not fun. Now, some other important information. We see in the lake house a light bulb switch. Now, the light bulb switch is important to note, is like a mystical item. If you pull it 3 times, you get transported into an interdimensional motel. No, there's no time for questions. There's an interdimensional motel that you can only access by pulling a light switch 3 times. It's called the Ocean View Motel. You have to do a puzzle to go anywhere. Okay, she pulls the light switch. Okay, she pulls the light switch, and then she sees Dylan, who's not in a coma, but the Ocean View kind of works on dream logic, so it's not clear if he's actually awake or like they're in dreams or like some other weird stuff. He says some stuff. He's like, tell Jesse, I'm sorry, I failed. And then they show a bunch of weird stuff going on in New York, which is where the oldest house is. And then that's like a teaser for Control 2. They're teasing Control 2. Important to note as well, on the door of the Ocean View Motel that features Dylan is this symbol. The different symbols mean different like locations it's going. And in the files of Control, this symbol is labeled as Control 2, so we know that's what it's leading to, okay? It's all connected, okay? It's all connected. It's important to note all of this is connected and important. Dylan is the brother of Jesse, and they might also be the same person in some dimensions, because he mentions that they might be the same person in some dimensions, but not this dimension. It's important to know. Trench is dead, but Kieran sees this poster that has Trench and Jesse overlaid. I don't know why that is. That's kind of weird. Control 2 is going on somewhere. The lake house, I don't know how a light bulb got to a lake house, because that doesn't really make sense. It only really appears in the oldest house, but there was one there. And it was also in a shape that was kind of like the oldest house, so that's connected to Dylan somehow. Kieran is involved with this somehow, because she's just kind of carrying about, and she talked to Dylan, but Dylan was being weird and vague, but also more normal than he was with the hiss, so that matters. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And, okay, let's talk about some theories about what Control 2 is be. Okay, there's a few things I think that are possible, okay? There's a few things that I think are possible. One, okay, there's going to be some event in New York City that that Federal Bureau of Control has to take care of, and they'll finally be able to get out of the oldest house and reform, and there's going to be like a bunch of like extra dimensional spaces encouraging on the world, and then they have to do stuff. Okay, that's one theory. I think that's a pretty safe bet, honestly. I think that's going to happen. Now, my other thing that I'm thinking about is maybe there's a time dilation in the oldest house, because we know it's extra dimensional and it moves a weird thing. So maybe the people in there haven't been locked in there for 5 years or whatever. Maybe they've only been there for like a few weeks or something. There's a weird time dilation. Or maybe they've been there the whole time. We don't actually know, because it seems like Remedy Games announced another game called Firebreak, which is like a multiplayer thing set in the oldest house, and that seems to imply that the oldest house has been operating sometimes, that maybe there is no time dilation, because especially the equipment seems really broke down in the trailer. So I don't know what that means. There's too much. See, I'm so normal. Let's go somewhere else now.
But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, Nevermore. Startled at the stillness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is the only stock in store, caught from some unhappy master whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster till his songs once burden bore, till the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven still beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front a bird, in bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy onto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. Thus I sat, engaging and guessing, but no syllable expressing, to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my bosom's core. This and more I sat dividing, with my head at case reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, to the lamplight gloated o'er. But whose violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, she shall press, nevermore. Then, methought, the air grew denser, fumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, and no pence from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff that kind no nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore.
Hello again. We're back in the not studio. We're definitely not in the studio right now.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not today, but well, I guess it is a today. I'm joined by Justin, our production manager here, and he's taking me through something. What are you taking me through?
We got a little Slime Rancher too. Unfortunately, I'm kind of blocking the slime part of the title.
It's there, though.
Yeah, it is here.
There's
It does
so
say
much slime in this rancher.
Slime Rancher 2, sequel to Slime Rancher 1, which
Really?
is one of my favorite games of all time. Just came out on PlayStation in like March or May, somewhere early this year.
Not too long ago.
I just got it for the first time. It is a lovely little game. It is my favorite little just relax and play it game. I will just play this for hours on end. I've set us up here on top of the observatory so that you can't get any sneak peeks. Normally it's kind of hard to get up here, but I will take us
I
down.
can imagine. You're on top of a big tree.
To
Whoa.
where I normally am.
This is a big area.
So this is kind of the main farm area.
Oh, wow.
Where I have my various slimes set up and my farm set up. So I'll take you through the day in the life a little bit. I first come over here, I collect all my beetroot for these boys.
See, I've played Slime Rancher 1, and this is bringing some memories of mine.
Heartbeat
back.
baby.
Yeah.
I got little angler and rock boys here, which Rock's favorite food is heartbeat, and you get 2 slimes, or 2 extra plorts, which are these guys, which is basically the currency in this game.
Now, what is a plort like biologically? Is it
Poop?
like poop?
Yeah, I think it's like poop. It's got to be, right? Like they are like
But
you
I think
feed
of-
them and then they pop out a plort.
If they, it is interesting because they're like slime bodies, so there's like non-Euclidean.
No,
but
yeah,
they
there's-
eat like meat and
Yeah,
vegetables,
no,
which
they
makes me
eat
think.
plenty of food. And then you have the plort market here. We have rock plorts
Not
and angler
stocks.
plorts up both today, so I will sell them. If something is down, I usually like to put it in my refinery,
Oh my
which
God.
I will show off a little later.
This is
but I-
like Wall Street.
Yes, essentially. Yeah, pretty much. It resets every night at midnight, so your stocks do go up and down on your certain ports. These Q berries are phosphor slimes, which are basically like nighttime glow-in-the-dark little lantern guys.
Or like kind of like fireflies.
Yes, and they're paired with pink slimes here, so I get double out of them. I have these auto feeders on everything.
It's kind of the best way to do things. I
Yeah.
feel like.
It's the simplest, easiest way. New fruit this year, pomegranate.
Oh my gosh. Just like a normal pomegranate.
No, it's like a rock pomegranate with
Oh.
purple, because pomegranates are purple, right?
I don't know.
No, they're red.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten a pomegranate.
They're also really stubborn to get off this tree, like the inside ones. But they're bat slime's favorite.
Oh.
So here I have bat and crystal combo here.
That's an interesting combo. It's like Batman.
Yeah, I know. They're little cute guys here. I'll go into the Slimepedia real quick. So we got pink.
like
These
the
are all the
polka
slimes
dot.
I've discovered so far. So there's bat slimes here. Again, it shows you their favorite fruit, allows you to really dive in and get the most plorts that you can. Also new slime and new food. This is water cabbage, something like that. Water something. Water lettuce, is that what it is? Yes, water lettuce. They're the favorites for the bunnies. So the bunnies kind of jump up and down here. I have them paired with the tabbies because I thought it was a really cute combo. Just little cat bunnies.
Cat bunny.
Yeah, right?
Definitely not an affront to nature.
No, they got the tail of cat and then the ears of the bunny with the whiskers of the cat.
Oh, can you imagine like a hunting bunny?
I think that'd be terrifying.
That'd be scary. It's like the bunny in the Holy Grail.
So yeah, your whole point is like feeding these slimes, getting their plorts, selling their plorts, putting them into the refinery, which I'll show down here.
Oh.
So this is our little science cave. This is the refinery.
This is like Batman.
Yeah, and then this is the fabricator, where I can create upgrades for myself, which I already have various ones here. Because tank booster allows me to have 40. You start off with 20 slots. Really annoying to like try and clear out your plort collectors, your automatic plort collectors with only 20 slots.
Yeah.
Highly recommend getting this upgraded right away.
Hot tip.
We also have an extra tank. That's something new this
that's
year.
useful.
So I have a fifth tank down at the bottom here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have that in Slime Rancher 1. And then we have
Oh.
all your utilities, these little flags that mark minerals, because minerals aren't mined anymore. Different warp tech, which I will actually make this so that we can get around easier. And then various decorations. Just plenty of them.
I love deco.
Yeah, plenty of them. And you can even, I will go up here. There's a little market to buy decorations, Addison.
There's a little market.
Yes, there is.
What? Is there other people in this game?
There
Not
are like other characters, which I'll show you in a second, but this is Pronto Mart. We have Polestar Provisions, everything a rancher needs, and more. In the Cuckoo Corner, hatching new deals when clock strikes 12, cuckoo. I am a very ethical slime rancher. I only put 10 in a corral.
Oh.
So that's like
That's
very ethical.
They look so ethically contained.
Yeah, don't you look at him. He's not hungry at all. No. It's ethical. It's all ethical here.
Yeah. You have scheduled enrichment hours.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
sure.
Yeah. Here are the other people.
People.
So we
They
have
exist.
Victor.
Oh, he's a guy.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll give you like stuff. So like he's in the last game you could go to like their worlds and stuff and like gave me a new
Oh.
return portal. You can go to like in the last game you could go to like their worlds and like unlock stuff. These are the same characters that were there.
Okay.
But now they're just kind of these marts that give you free blueprints for your science. So you don't have to fully unlock everything. Just kind of goes through. Ogden's kind of my least favorite. He talks way too much, as you can tell.
I can tell. Yeah. I was gonna say,
way too much.
This guy's a yapper.
Yeah.
This
No,
guy's
look
a
at this. Like
yapper.
he's still.
He's
Like I
still
don't even
going
care. He
on
didn't even
that.
give me anything.
He just wanted
he just yapped. Thor is kind of my favorite. I
Oh.
kind of love her.
Wow.
Hobson is the guy that the first island was his island,
Okay.
and then we went there, and that's her husband,
Oh, okay.
and now we're
Okay.
on a new island.
There's like lore.
Yeah, and I believe this is Victor's island. I want to say, because there are weird little. I'll show you once we get out and about. I'm just gonna. She's yapping too much. Oh,
Oh no.
okay. Oh,
Oh,
I
no, you
accidentally.
did it
Yep,
again.
I hate it. And then Bob, everyone's favorite.
I do like. That's clearly a bunch of slimes.
No, it's chickens. It's supposed to be like, or no, it is slimes. That's the lore. Yeah, it is slime.
It's clearly.
It's just slime stacked on top of each other,
That
asking
kind
for
of
chicken.
puts to question the ethicality of keeping slimes in a cage.
What are you
I feel
talking
like.
about? What do
If
you?
they're able to.
Do you want to
achieve
see my
sentience,
free-range slimes? I have some free-range
Oh, yeah.
slimes.
Makes it more ethical. then.
Yes, it does. And they're totally not like
Oh.
ancient fossil slimes or anything.
Mm.
They're totally not
like
like
Pokemon.
they're totally not like reborn lore-wise slimes. These are butterfly saber slimes, and this is their favorite food, thundercluck hens. So I've just
Oh my
created
God.
massive.
Oh my god.
just wait.
Oh my god.
I'm just.
Those chickens.
This is ethical, all ethically
Oh
sourced.
my god, there's barely room to move.
Yeah, all ethically sourced.
I do like the walrus slimes.
Yeah, the little saber guys.
Yeah.
They were technically extinct, and then a scientist brought them back as their lore.
So yet another affront to nature.
There are like various areas to unlock. This was one of them that I just showed off. If you look
Okay.
on the
Oh my
map, there's
God.
like
Big cave.
there's more here.
Or not
Yeah,
big,
that's a
big
little
map.
cave. Here, I just unlocked that. I haven't put anything over there yet, so I won't show you. We have this kind of back area where we'll go to next. I have some slimes back there. But yeah, the map is massive.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yeah, it
Looks
takes
much bigger from what I remember of Slime Rancher 1.
No, Slime Rancher 1 was like way more controlled in its map. This kind of just goes and you spend so much, like watch this. I won't even be able to sprint all the way to the next area. It expends so much energy to get there.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like to get to where I need to be, I can't fully sprint there. But I have some puddly boys here
Oh, little
in their little
puddles.
ponds.
Oh, with the lily pads. So, is there a frog
Yeah.
slime? If there's not, then
No,
they need
there
to get on
isn't.
it.
But there's that little like angler slime.
Oh.
That's the closest you get. And they live kind of in the reefy areas. I'll show that off at some point.
Wow.
Ethically, you're not supposed to put more than 4 of these guys in a pond, otherwise they won't produce ports.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So like, you gotta just keep them in low numbers. I keep
Yeah.
3 in a pond usually.
Gotta be ethical about it.
Then I have my mint mangoes. This is very familiar, Addison, if you played Slime Rancher 1.
Oh.
Mint mango. You know what slime that loves that fruit?
I don't have it memorized.
It is honey slimes.
Oh.
One of my favorite combos in the first game. Boom honeys.
Oh.
So these guys will
Oh.
just randomly explode. See?
Like that.
Yeah. They'll just randomly explode and just go off like crazy.
God.
They do a ton of damage. Like, yeah. Like, you can die in this game and lose all your, whatever you have in your inventory.
Oh no.
What?
There's just one guy.
Yeah, because I need to get him. He's a very rare slime that only happens at a certain weather event. So I just kind of have him chilling here, and I'm debating what to put him with. He might end up, I don't want to put him with the one guy I'm about to show you in my farming area, where I've set up some stuff for us to grab. So I will grab some stuff. This will help us on our adventures out of the ranch.
Oh. Odd onion, bunch of chickens. Briar hen. That's a great name for a band.
So essentially what we'll be doing is popping these big boys called Gordos, and each one requires 25 of their favorite food.
Oh.
So that is what that is. Here's another rare slime.
Oh.
But they kind of turn into those guys after a while if I don't feed them. Or no, I think, do they only, let me look at their ringtail slimes.
This is like a...
oh yeah, they have
slug.
to, they're only come out at night.
Okay. That's interesting.
And
Special
once they start
slimes.
eating, they don't stop eating, and they will sometimes not give you any ports.
Oh.
So yeah.
Wow.
So they're kind of terrible. I hate them. So I just have them stored
He's
over
just
here.
chilling though.
Out of the ranch and into the world
Oh.
as the sun sets.
Pretty little fairy lights. I'm a big fairy light fan.
The first area we're going to explore, so this island is called Rainbow Fields. As you can tell, it has a lot of rainbow-y fields. Tabbies, phosphors, pinks all spawn here. I believe some anglers in a tiny little area, but that's it. But now we'll head over to another area.
Oh. Ancient magic.
Which you have to unlock this area by feeding the pink phosphor 20 different things of food, I believe, or the pink Gordo, 20 different things of food.
That's darn. That's a lot of food.
Yeah, it is. All right. To show off these little caves.
A little caving experience. I can never go caving.
Little lava cave.
Oh,
So boom, bats, crystals all in here.
that's nice.
The little bat guys.
I love the
The little
texture on
boom
the booms.
crystals. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite combos too.
Yeah.
Just looks so appetizing in a way.
After, like eating?
Yeah, like I'd love to eat them.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Why not, Addison?
You know, I like to eat weird stuff. And
So here's our
not that
first
weird.
Gordo.
It's a big bat.
So if I
A lot of
pump them in.
He's getting
pomegranate.
bigger.
Yep.
Oh, he blew
Oops.
up.
Oops.
Does that mean he's dead?
Yep.
Oh my god.
But he unlocks this area. So like you have this lava area that you can traverse through.
Nice.
Over there is lava dust that will spout. If you suck it up, you get lava dust. There might be some over here
Oh,
that I
that's
can grab.
interesting.
All right.
All right.
So this guy loves briar hens.
Very specific.
Based on rumors, there's potentially something back here, and I saved it
Oh.
so that
For-
we could
for
catch it
moi?
on camera.
Wow. Oh my god.
And there is.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, there's nothing important back here.
Maybe.
No, okay.
That's
We'll get me
nice.
up here.
I want to go here in real life, man.
I know, it's so beautiful.
I can handle the slimes. I feel like you just need a vacuum and you're good.
Essentially. And you need water.
Oh. Well. I can find water.
So here's oil.
Oh.
Fun fact, capitalism.
Don't tell America.
Capitalism
Don't
runs
tell
this game.
America.
Oh.
This game is capitalism, Addison.
That's okay. It's cute, so it's fine.
Pop. If I
Secrets.
hadn't Googled this, I wouldn't know this exists.
You wouldn't have just checked behind a waterfall?
No.
I feel like you always gotta check behind waterfalls.
No, I wouldn't have. But I unlocked this
Oh.
very early. You needed the 3 ports, a bat, tabby, boom.
Oh,
Bunch of rock bunnies.
That's cute.
Look at this. This only
Oh.
shows up at night, by the way.
Like ghost trees.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. I always think of like how people come up with these designs and art direction. I'm
Also,
always so
watch this.
impressed. Oh, you can walk on the ghost pathways. What do you know? Try this in real life. If you see a mirage,
If you see the northern lights, you
yeah,
can walk on them.
Try and walk on them.
But that gets
Ooh.
me up here. Which I can then take over to here.
This is a big map. Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
massive. It takes forever to get around. And there's saber slimes. This is where saber slimes spawn.
I do like the cheek, the tusk. No, it's like a little oasis.
Yep. And boom slimes. Oh, no.
You. Oh my God. You
I think I
almost
got
did-
all of them. No, there's one. No, get back in. I would have had to go find some thunderclaws,
Oh no.
which would not have been fun.
Yeah. I would have had to cut it. Oh, bunch of
New
these little
area.
guys.
I didn't know this was going to unlock a new area.
Oh my God. Strange
Oh.
diamond, sun sap.
What?
We're learning new things.
Oh, it's slime science. Okay. Where do we think this goes?
I don't know, somewhere cool. Pretty safe bet, I feel like.
I didn't know this unlocked a new area. TBH.
Oh. It's like a
Oh
bridge.
my gosh.
There's a volcano.
Wait, I think I know where.
That's a big,
What?
That's
Oh,
a
this is-
big distance.
We're back at Ember Valley.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it unlocks a direct teleporter.
So you don't have to go.
Yeah,
Oh.
all the way over.
See, I love games when games do that, where it makes it just easier.
Oh,
and
excuse me, we
easier
were in
to
Ember
travel
Valley.
back and
That's
forth.
Starlight Strand. I got them mixed up.
That's fine.
But a nice little shortcut.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'll take that. Huh. All right. I will set down a return portal over here, though.
And now you're back home again.
And I'm right
Wow.
here. So let's see where it takes us.
Really make me
This is
cry.
the Starlight Strand.
Here we go. Here's the Starlight Strand. Oh, it's so pretty.
So you have a
I
pink
love
and a
the
blue.
trees.
Which trail would you like to go on, Addison?
Oh,
Pink or blue?
It's like a Fae thing. Well, I gotta go blue. This is my
Okay.
favorite color.
Okay. Doesn't matter. They all go to the same place.
Wow. Isn't that a metaphor? for
Here's your
life?
little water that you can walk in.
That's nice.
We'll go to more valley areas once we get to the back. What do I need? Honeys? I
Honeys.
unfortunately don't have that. But we could unlock that maybe later.
Maybe.
I need to
no.
go over here. This is always the hardest one to navigate for me because it all blends together.
Very samey color scheme, I think,
Yeah.
plays a part in that. Oh wow.
Here's our big flutterfly,
Oh.
Gordo. He takes the most annoying food in the world.
Which is? Oh, we're getting a visual picture.
Where is it? Honey, moondew nectar.
Moondew nectar. Oh, so it's not something.
Moondew nectar can't
Can't
be
be
planted in a garden. Only fed to slime, and you can
Wow.
only find it on the Starlight Strand
Oh
at
my
midnight.
God.
And they spawn out of the. You see that little like green thing on the tree?
Yeah,
They spawn out of that, and they
Oh
fall
my
down and
God.
get eaten by everyone.
that does seem like it would be annoying to get.
Like yeah, they come out of these and they spawn here at midnight every night. I fed him 5
So
already, and he's got a
specific.
ton of energy, which makes me think potentially a portal. But I think that's just gonna be a portal back somewhere.
Yeah,
Would be my guess.
nice little shortcut. Oh, there's some honey plorts.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a honey plort. We'll
Honey
get it on
plort.
our way back. We'll go down the pink route now.
Oh, here we go. Very pinky. Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Nice little waterfall.
Man, I need to go outside.
There's a flutterfly slime
Oh.
in their natural habitat. They're cute little guys.
It's a golden guy.
Get back here. Yes! That's big. That's
big.
massive.
Let's go.
If you don't know, gold plorts are worth like 300 coins each, which
Nice-
is the
nice
top of
chunk
the chain
change.
on anything. Hi, buddies. This is the pink path.
Oh, I like this one.
The little
actually, a
like
lot.
broken runes.
Yeah.
In the old game. Oh, here's the ringtail. I didn't
Oh,
know the
the
ringtail Gordo was here.
Only awake at night.
Night,
though.
yeah. See, he's a little. I thought these guys were statues. I was chucking them off of cliffs.
Oh no.
Up until I went and I just saw the ringtail slime that we just saw back on the ranch. I was chucking them off of
Oh
cliffs.
no. Those
I was
poor
like, these statues are
slimes.
annoying. I'm chucking them.
Oh. Oh baby. Come on. Cool door. Oh, it's dark.
Cave. Hi,
Oh.
buddy.
Nice little loot box.
Storage cell. Let's
Storage
go.
cell. All right. Oh, there's another.
It's probably like a shortcut. I probably need to unlock it on the other
The other side as well.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll take it. I'll take a little storage cell. But yeah, that's the entire island.
Entire island.
Island of the game.
Wow. Well,
It's massive.
it
Insanely
is
massive.
gigantic. It's way bigger than I think Slime Rancher 1. I don't know if way
because you
bigger,
had
but-
the jungle one in Slime Rancher 1. You had like the crystal rock mining one,
Mhm.
and then you had like the glass desert, and then you had like all of the little character areas.
Yeah.
So there was 3 of those, and then that was pretty much it. Besides your main area. Oh, there was also the ancient ruins, which got you to the glass desert.
Oh yeah.
In between the like miney one. I forget what the
I don't know the names.
blue caves or whatever.
Something like that, I'm sure.
And there was like mint jungle, something weird. But yeah, they put so much effort into the artwork of this game. Oop, new message.
Oh. Well, let's listen to this last message before sending ourselves back to the studio. From Victor. All right.
Queen of the Lab, they know what you say. Everyone's person trust. Small
A
pinwheel.
A small pinwheel.
All right,
Oh, the
Arden.
yapper. Here we
Yapper.
go.
Oh, he
Oh.
just gave me a slime thing.
Okay.
So edible.
Pink.
It's no. How? Huh? Okay,
Hey.
Thora.
Slime
All right,
farmers,
Thora.
I think are
Portable slime scare.
scare slime.
Scare slime.
Oh.
Look at that. 393 ports.
Almost $400.
So there we go.
All right. Well, Justin, thank you for showing me your beautiful farm. I enjoy seeing all the little critters and also the environments of this game.
It's great. It's so peaceful. So nice to like. Again, you can just sit down and play it for hours.
Yeah, it's one of those games for sure. Well, thanks for watching this segment. We'll throw it back to the studio for some final messages.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truthfully, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above, by that God we both adore, tell this soul sorrow-laden, if within the distant Addison it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting, get thee behind into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore, leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken, leave my loneliness unbroken, quite quit the bust above my door, take thy break from out my heart and take thy form from off my door, quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still unsitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of house just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him steaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore.
Well, that's it. That's the end. You have gazed into the abyss, and now you are changed forevermore. If you'd like to enjoy some content less abyssal, you can see it on mytv10.ubsc.edu or on the UWEC TV10 YouTube channel. Good night, my friends. May your journey take you home, but remember, quoth the raven, nevermore.